or Poseidon, either? Yes, correct. Where is the? It's okay. There's no wrong answer. I'm just trying to figure this out. Is there a term when the district, let's say the price goes too high, can the district terminate the contract?
You know, I'm the general manager of the water district, but I'm very new to the district.
That's okay. Is there someone from the water district who
Mr. Jim Elliott, I think, is more familiar than I am.
Okay. Maybe you just tag team this.
Let's see. Good evening. Jim Elliott, Deputy City Manager for the City of Carlsbad.
Okay. So the question is, can you terminate the contract with Poseidon if the price goes up?
Actually, our price is fixed. Our price that we will pay is actually pegged at the amount we would have paid to the San Diego County Water Authority for that same amount of water. So
Great.
the price we will pay is fixed. We don't have any risk in price.
Perfect. All right. And is that true?
That's for all the agencies.
All the agencies
have the same contract.
Perfect. Thank you. And now I'm done. Thank you for. Can I get a Poseidon representative? So I know this is not an outcome that most executives of private companies tend to consider, but I'll just ask you to fantasize in something that isn't going to happen. But if you go Chapter 11, that is bankrupt, who cleans up the site?
Walter Woodrow with Poseidon Resources. There are several protections available in the event of that type of a financial dislocation of Chapter 11. First of all is that we structure all of our projects on a standalone basis. So they are contractually structured on a standalone basis, they are financed on a standalone basis, and they're not cross-collateralized with other projects.
So there's a private offering for each desal facility?
Not necessarily a private offering, but the contracts are held at the project level.
Uh-huh.
And so if there were a bankruptcy at the parent company level, there would be some protections from that trickling down to the project company. However, if that were to occur, there are two additional protections. First of all, under our water purchase agreements with the City of Carlsbad, the City of Carlsbad at its option can either step in and operate the plant to its benefit, or it can take over ownership of the plant. Again, at its discretion. To the extent that, for whatever reason, the plant didn't work or nobody stepped into to that role, then we are obligated to clean up the site, remove the facility, and return the property to a free and clean circumstance.
But certainly in Chapter 11, there are lots of creditors who might disagree with priority use of funds.
And what we are required to do is post a security instrument, either a letter of credit or a bond, irrevocable bond.
So I think the answer is you're going to provide a bond?
At the start of construction.
And who's that with? Is that with the Coastal Commission, the City of Carlsbad?
That's with the owner of the property, because it's their property.
And who's the owner of the property?
The power plant.
The one we don't have the full agreement on?
That's true.
That's correct. And was that description in the material provided to us, or the material you decided we shouldn't have?
I need to
That's
ask
okay.
my colleague.
Thank you. No, let's just move on. In the staff's description of project costs and price for water purchase on page 17, footnote 16, can someone just look that up and tell me whether that's generally correct? Page 17, footnote 16. That was the staff's estimate of project costs, and then the price for water purchase agreements. I just want to make sure that's correct when I look at these numbers, because I'm going to go through that in a second. And my apologies to the rest of the commission.
No, it's fun, like F. Lee Bailey and Fidel Castro all at the same time. Great.
But I'm still breathing. Again, I just wanted to make sure within the order of magnitude that the staff, since they've been telling me they couldn't get the data from you, or I just want to make sure that was semi-relevant data. And you guys, why don't you come back up and maybe some part of the team could look at that while we're still talking. I have plenty of questions to keep us busy. Well, somebody looks at that, because it just brings me to my next question. If you're a for-profit company, I'm just confused, because I am obviously interested in how you stay in business, because it's now my interest as well as yours. If you're providing water at cost, and your costs are higher than your delivery, help me through just the meta. There must be some secret sauce here. What is it about?
We expect that this project will be an economically attractive investment for our shareholders. And
but how? But I mean, obviously, you've assumed a price per gallon to complete the project.
Like any business, we invest in our production facilities based on what our expectations are that the future price of our product can bear in the marketplace. And so our expectation is that the price of water will go up in San Diego County rather than down in the future.
That's what I would expect. But what I thought I heard the Water District say is that they have fixed price contracts, that the water price won't go up.
No, they have a contract that has a fixed price with identified escalations.
Thank you.
For example, inflation and
what else?
There's one escalator for inflation and another for the cost of electricity, but the price is capped at what the district would have otherwise paid for water.
Okay.
Plus the $250 financial incentive from Metropolitan Water District.
Great. This is very helpful. I'll just try and move on quickly. And the rest of the commissioners, I'm almost done. Just an observation, and correct me if my thinking's incorrect, but as a business, your job is to maximize the output of product, right? 24/7, this plant needs to run full bore. Right? It doesn't make any sense to mothball the plant. And I mean, someone else claimed, why don't we just not run it? That is your business, right?
About half the cost of our operations are fixed costs.
Yep.
And so it makes sense for us to operate.
Got it. So having another incentive, not on your side, but somewhere else down, excuse the pun, in the pipeline, to reduce the use of your product, like water conservation and using reclaimed water, seems just fundamentally in conflict with a for-profit. And I would just like, at least that's on first observation, that would be true. And so educate